We're rolling.
There we go. Hey, what's up? I'm here at my friend Ben Tolliday's studio, and he's pretty awesome. Hi, Ben.
Hey, Jake.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for coming.
This is my friend Ben, and he's an awesome engineer. We've known each other for years now. I learned a lot from Ben.
Today we're going to do like an 8-track tape recording. Also going to use the Varispeed on the tape machine to get that extra girth and fatness and that recognizable old sound that we know and love.
Love it.
Should we lace up the tape machine?
Let's do it.
So yeah, we're using ATR 1/2" tape. This machine was just recently calibrated by David Ozinga and Mark Agostini, and they also installed the Varispeed mod, which is basically a little box here and a different motor inside. When you engage the button, you can adjust plus or minus 20% on the speed of the playback.
And that is sort of the whole reason we're here today. This is what started us, and hey, let's do a video together.
It's catalyst, for sure.
Yeah.
The sound of drums, in particular slowed down, is just a magic thing. You're not sort of a prisoner to the pitch change as much as like Varispeeding any other harmonic or melodic instrument.
Right.
We basically will do our takes. Once we're ready to transfer it in, we'll rewind the tape and we'll go into monitor mode or repro mode. And that will then be listening to the audio coming off the actual repro tape head.
So what you're telling me is, when I hit the drums,
Yes.
the sound will go into the microphones, preamps, and it will pass directly through
the tape machine. Recording to tape, then patched into Pro Tools, and also will record the digital in Pro Tools. It's digital because we're not monitoring off that repro head. It's passing through the electronics of the tape machine.
Mm-hmm. I figure if you slow that down through tape, it'll just sound like
the magic sludge.
Yeah.
Sludge tone.
Sludge factor.
Yeah.
Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks.
Tempo.
Should we do pick our target tempo?
Yes.
And then do the same thing faster?
Yep.
Because he said it's 20%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should we do 80 BPM? Well, first we should record at 80.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll bump it up by 20%, right? And do 100.
Yep.
That makes mathematical sense, right?
Yep. What's your favorite click sound?
Oh, I like the Yuri click, please.
Unaccented?
See, I'm talking really loud now because I have my in-ears in. Unaccented, yes. Thank you.
We're rolling.
There we go. Let me try something with the ride cymbal. So then we can compare the varied speed.
So interestingly, our snare level off the tape is hitting Pro Tools a little lower because it's doing its
Yeah.
tape compression.
Well, here's the drum set. 50s gretsch with a 40s gretsch snare drum.
Beautiful. So mics, 2 kick mics, DPA 4055, and then a Loughton Audio Clarion.
Why do you angle it like that?
So basically with the figure 8, it's capturing bidirectional front and back, and then its null is all of this and underneath.
And so the idea is to get rid of a lot of cymbal bleed.
Uh-huh.
And it's a little bit off axis.
A little bit off axis. That sort of helps a little bit sometimes with the frequency response, but not always. Yeah, those 2 kick mics, if you just pan down, being summed by this little 2-to-1 mixer.
Amazing.
And I can adjust the phase and I can adjust the level independently, but commit to 1 track. This is a Unidyne 545.
So what's your take on under snare placement?
Listen to it and change it if you need to. Snare top. This was a mic that I got to sort of preview a few years ago on Lord Huron's album Long Lost. 4018A is a hypercardioid, I believe. It has a pad, like a minus 20 dB pad. Makes it usable on a close snare mic.
Yeah. I promise I won't hit it.
So Austrian Audio OC818. These are like the new, really cool 414s. Yeah, I learnt about 414s on toms from Mike Farrow, amazing film score engineer who's done all the Carter Burwell scores, Coen Brothers tracks. One time he just told me like, that's the only mic you need on toms.
U47 directly over the snare.
Melodium 42B. It's a 1940s French ribbon mic. So I'm going to go like pretty low down as a starting point.
What do you like, 18 inches off the ground?
I'm sort of a metric guy, so
32 centimeters?
yeah, sure.
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Next up, we got our room mics, right?
That feels somewhat. So according to a TIAC 88 machine, it is, I guess, a mid-fi sound. It's not like lo-fi 4-track, and it's not hi-fi 16 or 24, but yeah, it's a 1970s machine, half-inch 8-track. Almost all our drums are going to go through this 8-channel vintage API preamp. And I'm going to track to the tape machine without any EQ or compression. When we transfer from tape into the computer, I'm patched through EQs and compressors that we can basically like dial in.
Speaking of EQs and compressors,
Helios 69 preamp and EQ. I'm actually just going to use the EQ on the snare to shape a little bit. The mid-range is really sweet. Bryce's wonderful Highland Dynamics BG2 compressor on the mono overhead. So the 47 is going to go into an API preamp to tape, and then post-tape it's going to hit the BG2, and then after the BG2 it's going to hit this AEA RPQ, and we'll just dial in maybe a little extra sizzle, maybe a little extra low end. It's a low high shelf Fred Forsell design thing. Varispeed Time.
So Ben,
Yes.
let me get this straight with the Varispeed, because you've got a 20% on the knob.
Yeah.
So if we were recording at 80 BPM, if we increase the speed, the tempo to 100 BPM,
Yes.
then when you Varispeed it back down, it should be
In the ballpark.
in the ballpark.
Not going to be scientific. This could be wild, but in theory you could record at plus 20 speed and then slow it down to minus 20 speed.
Oh,
That could be just like the stuff of, you know,
nightmares.
Viking nightmares. Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
Cool. So we're going to track at 100 and then pitch down.
Alright, I'm gonna talk too because I want to hear my voice slowed down on tape. Happy Halloween, kids.
That's wide open. Everything's ringing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. It's kind of the other beauty of tape is that, like, it actually gives you a reason to have some silence. You
Right.
know, like, to not
chill.
just be like, do another take, do another take, do another take. Listen
Yeah.
back, listen back, listen back. Like, to actually have some breathing room.
Yeah.
That's, like, gold to me.
20%.
Still punchy. Does that feel like 80 BPM to you? Do we,
Put a metronome on. Yeah. It just feels even slower because the drums are lower. Toms sound awesome.
so good, yeah. All right.
Yeah, that cymbal.
Amazing. Yeah.
Now the thing to do would be like what you said, record it at 20% faster,
Go even deeper.
and then just go 40%.
Pitch control up to max.
So you turn it up 20%.
Yeah.
So now we're at 120.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a solid groove,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Why are you yelling?
What?
Let me go up a little bit. I know, it's 80.
All right. Sugar percussion, 5 or 5.5, something like that. By 14 aluminum.
Varispeed off during this tracking, right? We're tracking at normal speed,
Normal speed.
100 BPM.
Yep.
So here comes the tape. Here comes the click track.
Okay, so now you're going to EQ the snare a little bit with the Helios.
And then we'll transfer it in. So that's a 120 boost. That's flat. That's kind of nice. Let's give a little. That's 2. 1.4 is kind of nice. So that's the Coles. Fast attack. or slow attack with the sidechain filter. That is more open. Let's go open.
Ben, what are you doing?
All right, so so when we transfer off the tape machine into the computer, I'm going to use these UTA GB tracker and GB satellites as reamps to take a mult off the overhead. It's like a split from the overhead signal that's going balanced XLR into these boxes, and then it converts it to unbalanced -10 quarter-inch jack that can then go into tape echo, oil can echo, and spring reverb, and basically print those into the computer along with the tape multitrack as vibe effects tracks.
Love it.
How about some spring reverb? I'm sending it off the overhead. It's going to be a little phasey because it's not full wet. Sometimes I'll add a little delay to it. But I think that's
really cool.
better. What about some tape echo? Stand clear. Probably a lot faster to delay than that, I would think.
Yeah, like a 16th that got. Wow.
Phase again. And do I have a phase flip on this preamp? I do not. Let's do it in post. Still a little kind of filtering. I'm going to have to just do some little adjustments in post.
That's okay.
And then the oil can echo.
That sounds awesome.
It's more an eighth note thing, right?
Great.
Here we go.
Floor tom sounds huge.
A lot of what we're hearing is that mono rip mic. If I mute that,
Oh, wow.
might be less insane.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, we did it. Yes. Slow down the high five. That's a sound.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. Wait, let's get a really good high five.
All right. I'm so bad at high five.
Ready? Just look at the elbow.
All right. Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah. Ben, thank you.
Pleasure. This was fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to send me all your cool mixes.
Yeah. Diss us in the comments. That's what everyone does, right?
Did they? Thank you. Tape. Machine.
Happy Halloween, kids. Now we gotta put the video out before Halloween.